Welcome to Hello Bar. It's so awesome to have you joining our community. Here's just a really quick tutorial of how to use our pop-up builder so you can be sure to get all set up with a perfect pop-up for your website. So the first step when you enter into our builder is to choose your goal for your pop-up. On Hello Bar, you're able to use your pop-ups to collect emails if you're trying to grow your list. You can get phone calls. If you're working on growing your social communities, you can use our pop-ups to drive traffic to your website, or you can use it to target a URL. For example, if you have a landing page, this is a really great tool, or you can just use it to make a plain old announcement. For now, let's focus on collecting emails, since I know that's a big goal for a lot of businesses. The next step is choosing which type of pop-up you want to use on your site. So as you can see, we have a few different options here. This is the classic one that we are known for, the top bar. You can have it rest at the top of your site or the bottom. Here's the classic pop-up that people think of. The modal just appears in the center of the page. We also have sliders that come in from either side of your site. And very similar, we have alerts. And these guys actually have a little bell that will ring and notify people to make sure that they take a look at the pop-up. And last but not least, of course, is our page takeover, which takes over the entire screen and just make sure that your visitor really sees this pop-up. Interestingly enough, Google's done a ton of surveys, and when it comes to pop-ups, and it's actually shown that modals tend to be the type that really impact user experience the most negatively. What we always recommend is starting out with something simple like a bar at the top of your site or a page takeover, which you can set to appear upon exit. So let's move along with this idea, and I'll show you exactly how to get this set up if it's something that you're interested in. So here, we're just going to go on to our next step, which is designing your pop-up. We have a bunch of different templates for you to choose from, so you can find whatever you think will work best for what you are hoping to do on your site. So we'll just select this one for now. Another fun little thing that I'll point out too is you can actually auto-detect the colors from your site. It makes it super easy. You don't have to go through the whole struggle of finding your color codes or anything like that. We'll just auto-detect anything that you have on your site already. Next, you can edit the text really easily. All you have to do is click in here. This actually opens up our whole text editor. Here you can change the font that you're using, the size, color, anything you can possibly imagine. What's really cool about Hello Bar is that we actually have an entire team of professional copywriters that are available to look at your goals for your pop-ups and to actually write custom text for you. So this is the number one thing that I always advise people to do is really take advantage of those copywriters. So if you want to get in touch with them, just shoot an email to support@hellobar.com and they'll be able to write your headlines for you. Next, moving along, we can check out our various settings. Here you're able to ensure that your pop-ups are GDPR compliant if that's necessary for you, and you can choose exactly when your pop-up displays. This is so important when it comes to ensuring that your pop-ups aren't annoying for your website visitors, so do not miss this step. Here, you're able to choose whether your pop-up will display upon exit, so right when someone tries to leave your site by moving their mouse up to the URL bar or the back button, or you can choose a certain second delay, or even do it based off of scroll. I'll stick with exit intent because I know that these exit intent page takeovers work incredibly well, so that's what I'm going to select. Next, you'll be able to access targeting. Here, you can choose exactly who is going to see your pop-up and exactly where on your site they'll be able to see it. All you'll need to do is create a new custom targeting rule, click this little blue button, and you can see all of the different options that you can use to target your pop-up to the exact person that you have in mind. Another handy little tip here is that you can choose exactly when this pop-up will redisplay to people if they've X'd out of it or if they've already entered in their email address. It's super simple to adjust, and again, you can choose exactly what you want. Last but not least is the conversion section. This is what happens when someone enters their email into your pop-up. The great thing about Hello Bar is that it actually syncs with almost any major email provider. So that means that when you capture someone's email address, you'll be able to have it send automatically to your list and straight into your welcome series. It's super simple to sync. All you'll do is just go in here, create a new contact list, and you can see all of your tools here to choose from. If you don't see your email service provider on here, no worries. We use webhooks and Zapier so that regardless of what you're using, you should be able to connect your HelloBar account to any email service provider. It couldn't be easier. Last but not least, make sure that you look at what your pop-up looks like on different devices. Here, you can toggle between a tablet, a mobile device, and a desktop computer. It could not be more simple. Last but not least, you'll just click Save and Publish, and then your pop-up will be live on your site, so long as you've installed your HelloBar code into the back end of your site. If you need any support getting installed, just reach out to our support team, support@hellobar.com. Can't wait to see the pop-ups that you'll make.